Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to fry an egg. A fried egg can be a delicious and nutritious part of your breakfast. So for this we're going to need an egg, some pepper and salt to taste, some butter, a knife to get out the butter, a spatula, a frying pan, and a plate to put your finished egg on. Step 1 is going to be putting the frying pan on the stove. Next you're going to want to turn on the stove to a medium-low heat. Each stove is different, so please ask your staff or parent which setting is best for your particular stove. Now we need to wait for the pan to heat up before we put in the egg. This could take a couple minutes. A good way to check to see if it's ready is to carefully place your hand over the heat but not touching the pan. When we test again and see that the pan is hot enough, the next step is to add some butter to the bottom of the pan to melt in order to keep the egg from sticking once we start frying it. This is about a teaspoon of butter. A teaspoon or two should be plenty for your egg. If you have more eggs, more would be needed, but since I'm only using one, about a teaspoon will work. And when this starts to melt, you want to swirl it around the pan to get the entire bottom covered. Once the butter is melted and covering the bottom of the pan, as you can see, it's time to crack in the egg. You want to crack it on the side of the pan with enough force to break it, but not too hard as to splatter it everywhere. I'm going to gently break the egg into the pan and throw away the shell in the garbage. Now it's time for the cooking to start. To give my egg some more flavor, I'm going to sprinkle a little salt and a little pepper on top of my egg. You don't want to pour too much, you just want a little. You know your egg's cooking well when it's bubbling slightly. It's important that we cook the egg enough so it isn't raw. We want to cook the yolk and make sure all the white is cooked through. A good way to tell when it's time to flip is when that clear part starts to turn more solid. Now that the clear part of the egg is more solid, it's time to flip. For this, you're going to need your spatula, and you want to get a firm slide under the egg so it doesn't fall off. And when you flip, you want to make sure it lands back in the pan. Now that we flipped it, we're going to add a little more salt and pepper for more flavor. But once again, just a little bit, not too much. Now we're going to finish cooking our egg. We need to decide what kind of yolk we want in the middle. Do you want runnier or firmer? If runnier, you're only going to cook it for about a minute or so more. If firmer, a couple more minutes. You can use your spatula to test how runny or not the yolk is. I like my eggs firmer, so this is perfect. When your egg is done, you're going to gently use your spatula to take it out of the pan and place it on your plate. Make sure you turn off the stove. You now know how to make a delicious fried egg as part of breakfast. I've also added some sliced bananas for mine today. I hope you enjoy cooking your own fried eggs at home. Thanks for watching!